Good morning, everybody. We're here in Orendalsrus. We traveled a bit for this one, close to Welkom, and we're doing a 150,000 rand system here for the client, which is basically an 8 kilowatt Sunsynk Inverter, two 14.34 kilowatt hour batteries, Volta Batteries we're doing today, and then we're also doing 16 545 watt Canadian solar panels for the customer. As you can see, it's an IBR roof behind me, so we're just going to be using the mini rails that's already there. So it's a railless system, just a mini rails we're going to screw directly to the roof, and then yeah, let me show you what's happening on the inside. Quick update on the outside. So as you guys can see, we're using these little mini rails, and very importantly, you just need to space them out properly, because if you do make a mistake, you leave a hole in the roof. So we're just making sure we're spacing it out perfectly, and then we drill on the top of the ridge of the IBR and not in the valley, so chances that any leaks occur is very, very little. Yeah, so we'll be doing 2 rows of 8 panels here, 2 strings of 8 panels in total on the inverter. Just quickly want to show the area we're going to be mounting. So we've got the 8 kilowatt Sunsynk inverter already mounted on the wall, so we'll be coming down with the battery disconnect and a couple of 40.34 kilowatt hour Volta batteries there, and then we'll go up with the AC side on the right and DC side on the left, but I'll show you a little bit later the layout. There we go, guys. 2 strings of 8 panels each, so 16 panels in total, 545 watt Canadian solar panels, all done and dusted. The guys are just putting the last MC4 connectors on, and then we'll do the earth spike, and then we should be done outside. Update on the inside. So as you can see, we got the AC cable down, and Godfrey's just finishing wiring the AC combiner box. We already got the cables from the AC combiner into the 8 kilowatt Sunsynk inverter. We've got the 2 strings and the earth cable coming down on the DC side. We've got a DC switch gear there, and we basically the amount already done, and we just need to terminate the DC cables into the MPPTs, and then we're busy doing the battery cables, and then from the battery disconnect we'll connect that, and then just communications, earthing, and then we should be basically there. So that's where the earth cable is coming down, and we hit the earth spike in the corner over there. We're just busy fixing the conduit, and then we should be done. There we go, guys, all done and dusted. So we've got the 8 kilowatt Sunsynk inverter, the two 14.34 kilowatt hour Volta batteries. We paralleled them, and as you can see, we've got the communication cables through, the earthing is done, and that runs through that conduit over there. The battery cables go through the 250 amp battery disconnect, and that goes to the inverter. Obviously on this trunking over here, the DC comes down into 2 strings, and then our first string has got surge protection, a couple of fuses, and a DC isolator, and the same with string number 2, and from there it goes into the inverter. On the AC side, AC cabling coming down that side, and AC switchgear includes surge protection, ESCOM feed breaker, changeover switch, of course the indicator lights for ESCOM, and the indicator light for the inverter, and of course the inverter load breaker as well. Then on the inverter itself, we're basically giving it a quick charge. So sun is giving us 9 kilowatt at the moment, and majority of that's obviously going to the batteries. We're just giving it a quick fast boost. I'm going to set the charge rate down slightly after this, and the battery is sitting at 70%. The home is currently using only 250 watts, and the grid is just trickle charging at 20 watts. Just on the settings side of things, you can see the battery settings. It's a 560 amp hour battery. We're doing 160 amp charge rate at the moment, and we're just going to set that down after we've got a bit of charge going. And then obviously on the shutdown percentages, we've got 10% shutdown, low battery at 15, and restart at 20%. That means if the battery runs empty at night and then following morning the sun starts shining, the battery's going to charge up to 20%, and then at that percentage the system is going to reboot and start right back up. This is our system mode settings, so you can just have a quick look at that. This is normally my settings I set at the beginning, and then we just monitor it for a week or so, and then we fine tune it for the particular customer and all those sort of things. Yeah, it's about, let me just check the time quickly, it's 20 past 1. So it just shows you how quickly we can install these systems if we want to, because we're in Orendalsrus, we've still got 2 hours back home, 2.5 hours. But yeah, that's the 8 kilowatt system, 2 Volta batteries, 16 panels on 2 strings, all done and dusted.